Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. So imagine a world where proving who you are online or even, in person is just super simple, like unlocking your phone. Forget fumbling for cards, forget all those password resets. We're talking about digital identity wallets. And, well, they're really set to change things in our digital lives. Right now, managing all our digital stuff, logins, IDs, tickets, it can feel like juggling, honestly. It's all over the place, it's frustrating, and frankly, it's a bit of a security headache.
It really is.
Yeah.
Precisely. So the question becomes, if we could design the ideal digital identity wallet, what would that look like? What are the core principles, the, foundational ideas needed to make it genuinely serve us, the users, not just the systems? That's really our mission today.
Yeah, and we've been looking at this really insightful document. It outlines what it calls the 10 Commandments of Digital Identity Wallets. Now, it's not super technical, more like a broad blueprint, almost philosophical, about what these tools should be. Covers everything function, resilience. It's a great framework, I think, for picturing the ideal.
Absolutely. And we'll be unpacking each of these 10 guiding principles. We'll look at what they actually mean, but also, crucially, why they matter for your security, your convenience, and, yeah, your peace of mind online. And maybe touch on some challenges and opportunities, too.
Okay, let's dive in. This document, as you said, it's not just technical specs. It gives these 10 big picture guidelines, kind of like what does a wallet need to be if it's going to actually work for everyone?
Exactly. It's less about the code itself and more about the design philosophy that operators and developers really should adopt. The goal is wallets that aren't just technically okay, but that people actually want to use, that they trust, going beyond just ticking regulatory boxes.
Right. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of each one, maybe we could just quickly list them. Give everyone an overview. They cover, let's see, function, trust, use, automation, confidentiality, cost, universality, accessibility, transferability, and resilience. That's quite a list, but each one seems pretty crucial for how we interact digitally. So let's start with the very first one, function. What's the core job, the absolute must-have for an ideal wallet?
Well, at its heart, it just needs to be incredibly intuitive, effortless. Think about the digital wallets many of us use now for payments on our phones, Apple Wallet, Google Wallet. Simple to install, no waiting around, minimal fuss. But beyond just being easy, its real core purpose is to be this reliable, efficient, personal tool for streamlining how we exchange data. It has to integrate smoothly, letting users share identities, credentials, whatever, across all sorts of apps and services right from day one.
Yeah. Okay, streamlining data exchange. That sounds convenient, sure, but it feels like it implies more than just ease of use. There's a reliability aspect, which I guess brings us nicely to the next principle, maybe one of the most critical, trust.
Oh, absolutely paramount. Trust. An ideal wallet isn't just about clever tech or strong encryption, though that's important. It's built on a foundation where the service operator, the company running it, clearly puts the user first. Always. And this isn't just, good customer service talk. The provider should act a bit like how a credit card company protects you from fraud. They should buffer you from errors, from malicious stuff, and even critically shoulder some measure of liability if things go wrong.
Liability, wow, okay.
Yeah. It means you need confidence in every single interaction.
Yeah.
You need to know who you're dealing with, trust the information being presented is true, trust every aspect of using the wallet. And that requires, well, transparent policies and genuinely responsive support. That's non-negotiable.
So trust isn't just security seals and privacy policies. It's the operator actually taking responsibility. That feels like a massive shift from, say, just showing a physical driver's license where the liability is mostly on you if it's fake or misused. That shared responsibility idea?
Yeah.
That's pretty profound. Okay, moving on. Principle 3 is use, versatility. How adaptable does this wallet need to be day to day?
It has to meet your needs right now, effortlessly. So whether you're like physically showing a concert ticket on your screen, or maybe verifying your age in a shop, or even doing complex remote things like with a business or a government service, it should handle all of that. It needs to kick off and manage those basic interactions, that data exchange, covering a really wide range of tasks.
And there's a future-proofing angle here too, right? It's not just for what we do today. How do we make sure these wallets don't become, obsolete in 5 years when some new tech comes along? What does future-proof even mean here?
That's a great point. It means it has to be designed from the ground up to evolve. It needs architecture that can incorporate new functions, new types of credentials, new ways of verifying things as they emerge. So it stays relevant, stays indispensable. Think of it less like a fixed tool, more like a dynamic platform.
Yeah.
That adaptability is absolutely key.
Okay, dynamic platform. I like that. Next up, guideline 4, automation. This sounds appealing, especially if you hate filling out forms.
Oh, absolutely. The ideal wallet would come with, say, pre-designed templates or flows that help create transactions with very little input from you. Recognizing, most people aren't coders, it has to offer a super user-friendly platform. The source document even hints at maybe using specialized AI to help users. And not just individuals, but small businesses too. SMEs, you mentioned the EU has millions helping them do digital transactions easily. The main goal is really to handle all the complex digital stuff in the background, take that burden away from the user.
That sounds incredibly convenient. But doesn't automation also raise some flags? Like, could it become a black box where you don't know what's happening? Or maybe it makes it too easy to share sensitive data without really thinking. Is there a trade-off?
That's a really crucial question. And no, the principle of automation shouldn't override the others like control and confidentiality. It's a balance. While it simplifies things, it should always need clear, explicit user consent before sharing data. And ideally, it should be transparent about what data is being shared, even if the how is automated in the background. It's about empowering the user through simplicity, not automating away their control.
Right, empowerment, not removal of control. Okay, that makes sense. And it leads us perfectly into the next big one, confidentiality, top of mind for everyone.
Non-negotiable, this fifth principle. The wallet must preserve your privacy, period. All your personal data needs secure storage, shielded from unauthorized access, actively protecting against tracking, against breaches. But the real insight here, I think, is that it's not just about locking the data down with encryption. It's about designing systems where you can prove something specific, like you're over 21, without revealing your exact birth date, using clever techniques, maybe selective disclosure or zero-knowledge proofs. Your activity, like transactions or checks, shouldn't leave a traceable footprint. Unless, of course, you explicitly allow it, maybe for troubleshooting or something. That level of confidentiality, that's what lets you operate with real confidence.
So it's not just locking the box, it's only ever sharing the absolute minimum needed. Wow. That's so different from just handing over your ID card. Now, ensuring that level of privacy, that sounds complex. And complex often means, well, expensive. Which brings us to number 6, cost. Who pays?
Yeah, good question. The ideal digital identity wallet, the document argues, should mainly be provided at no cost to you, the user, when you use it. This is really about making it accessible to everyone. Typically, the suggestion is the operating costs should be covered by what are called relying parties.
Okay, relying parties. Can you quickly break that down? Who are they and why would they pay?
Sure, relying parties are basically any organization or service that needs to check your identity or credentials. So think of a bank processing a loan, an airline verifying your ticket, a website checking your age. They rely on the identity being valid. They're the ones who get the direct benefit from knowing who you are securely, so the thinking is they should cover the operational costs. Now, the document does mention exceptions might exist, maybe eventually a small standing charge like a credit card fee, but the core principle is user-centric, free at point of use.
Okay, free for the user sounds great. But, in the real world, costs don't just disappear. Is there a risk that if these relying parties pay, they might push for features that benefit them more, or maybe try to cut corners on security to save money?
That's a very valid concern. And the document stresses that even if relying parties foot the bill, those fundamental principles we talked about, trust, confidentiality, function, they have to remain the top priority. It's about finding a sustainable economic model that doesn't compromise the user's interests or the wallet's basic integrity. It's a balancing act, finding that value exchange.
Right, a tricky balance. Okay, so once we've got a wallet that's trustworthy, private, automated, and free for us, what about its reach? Principle number 7 is universality.
This one's about making sure the wallet is designed to benefit absolutely everyone, everywhere. It needs to be accepted and usable globally, functioning seamlessly across borders and within pretty much every sector imaginable. Retail, healthcare, government services, you name it. By being truly versatile and, crucially, interoperable, meaning different systems can talk to each other, it becomes universally useful. Providing secure, convenient functions for all users no matter where they are or what they need to do. It's about breaking down those digital walls.
Okay, breaking down walls. And closely related to that, number 8 is accessibility. What does that mean in practice?
This is about genuine inclusivity. The wallet has to be designed so everyone can use it, regardless of how tech-savvy they are or their physical abilities or even language. So that means things like really intuitive interfaces, compatibility with screen readers and other assistive tech, simplified processes. And the document even mentions providing for like assist at home services in some situations. It's all about ensuring the wallet empowers the entire population to participate fully in the digital economy, bridging any kind of digital divide.
That's a really powerful vision, universal participation. Okay, number 9, a very modern problem, transferability. We all get new phones, right? This feels vital.
Oh, absolutely crucial. This principle is all about making it completely hassle-free when you switch devices. Whether you get a new phone for keeps or maybe you just need to use a tablet temporarily. Users have to be able to migrate their digital identity wallet and everything in it smoothly. No technical nightmares, no long, complicated procedures. It should ideally be as simple as signing into your account on the new device and boom, your wallet contents are there. And importantly, it's not just copying the data, it's securely moving the ownership, the control, to the new device. This continuity is just indispensable today. With how often we upgrade or switch phones, it means your identity isn't locked to one piece of plastic or metal.
Right, true ownership, not just a copy. Okay, and that brings us to the final principle, number 10, the one for peace of mind, resilience. What happens if my phone breaks, gets lost, stolen? Panic stations.
Hopefully not. Resilience is all about robust recovery and security in those situations. It must ensure users can quickly, but also securely, get access back to their digital wallet if the device is gone. So the wallet needs a secure recovery process built in, with clear steps for you to prove it's still you and reestablish ownership. And additionally, there should probably be an option to keep a secure encrypted backup, maybe in locations you choose. So all your credentials, all your data, can be easily restored onto a new device. This resilience is just critical. It directly fuels that feeling of confidence, knowing your digital self is safe, whatever happens.
Phew. Okay, so there we have it, the 10 commandments. Function, trust, use, automation, confidentiality, cost, universality, accessibility, transferability, resilience. This really doesn't feel like just a wish list, does it? It's more like a roadmap for genuinely transforming how we live digitally.
Not a wish list at all, no. These commandments act as fundamental guidelines for the people building and operating these wallets. They push beyond just meeting regulations or hitting technical targets. It's about creating wallets that are, yes, technologically sound, but also universally acceptable, genuinely attractive to the public. Recognizing these principles, embedding them in the design, that's what ensures these wallets can actually meet society's diverse needs. It helps foster that deep trust, which is essential if these wallets are going to become a permanent, indispensable part of our digital lives.
Yeah, it really lays out a compelling vision. It's clearly not just about sticking another app on our phones. It feels like it's about building a whole new layer of trust and, yeah, convenience into this digital world we spend so much time in. And hopefully for you, the listener, understanding these core ideas helps show just how complex the thinking is behind creating a truly effective, reliable digital identity system. So, as these commandments hopefully guide how digital identity evolves, what does that truly seamless, trustworthy digital identity mean for your future? What new possibilities might that unlock for you, maybe in ways we haven't even thought of yet? Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you feel a bit more informed and definitely more curious about the future of your digital identity. Until next time, keep digging.